a lot of it's to do with the comfort, first of all. I find them really comfortable, and especially now they've made them a lot lighter. I think we're playing on the wing. You know, my game's based around speed and running with the ball. I think that's more suited to me. You know, I used to wear the Vapor because I liked it because it was light, but you know, now the CTRs, I find that more comfortable. So far I've kept my first league goal scored for Southampton, the boots I wore for that. My debut boot, mostly from Southampton, I've kept them. Yeah, there has been more back at Southampton. There was more banter towards the lads' boots. I think I remember bringing a pair of, or getting sent a pair of Umbros before. I came back in to put them on before training, and they're cut up, left all over my place. So yeah, you do get a bit of banter. If it's not Nike, then you usually get bantered. Yeah, definitely. You know, for me especially, speaking personally, I do think it might sound silly, but you know, when you put a boot on, especially when I was younger, you know, you sort of feel like if you wear a Vapor, you can play. You're quick. You've got tricks. You know, it might sound silly, but I know a lot of boys do that. Everything here is on a much bigger scale. You know, if you look around at the training ground facilities, you know, it's top notch, isn't it? It's a massive training ground. I think the first day, really, my first training session, because I was just recovering from an injury that I picked up at Southampton, and I was just sort of coming back, and I had one more session to do, or two more sessions to do with the physios before I could join in with the full squad. And I think Robin had a little niggle at the same time, so my first training session was just me and Robin van Persie, and I think it was Abu Diaby, you know, so it was quite a small session. There's only three of us, and there's nowhere to hide, you know. I think it's just the fan base, how big it is, you know, it's massive. Obviously, we get sent a lot of fan mail, and when it comes from China, week after week, and Malaysia and stuff, and you see how big a fan base in South Africa, and you know, fans really take an interest in what you're doing, and they really care about the club, and I think that shocked me. It's something I didn't really see at Southampton as much. Per Mertesacker, he's quite a quiet man. He comes across maybe quite shy, but you know, he's a performer deep down. When he first came to the club, he sang a song, and he lifted the whole place. You know, our Christmas party as well, with the players' Christmas party, he was on the karaoke basically for an hour on his own, singing every tune in the book. You know, he said to me, he thinks I've got everything that it takes. It just depends how much I want it now. You know, I've got to fight for my place. I've got to just impress in every training session, every opportunity. So, you know, I think he's just said to me, it just depends how much you want it, to grab it with two hands and make it a reality. Just training with these boys and at their tempo and at the quality that they play at, you know, at first it's a bit of a shock because maybe you're not used to it. Especially when I came from League One straight up here, you know, it is a step up, and just training with them every day, you start to play like them, and I think playing with better players around you does help you out a lot more. The Barcelona game at the Emirates last season actually went, and that for me was a standout game. You know. At first it's a bit daunting, you know, because he was obviously my hero when I was younger, and I used to watch football and I used to watch Arsenal. I think just like anything, you get used to it, and you realise that he's a human being just like me, but he's just a fantastic footballer, and you just got to learn. You respect him, you just got to learn from him at every opportunity, and I think that's what I do, you know. I said it before, you know, just watching them in training and just training with them, you pick up things maybe without even noticing. I think, me personally, that's something I'm quite good at, you know. I watch people, and I do learn from them, and I take little bits of their game and try and add it to mine, or compare it to mine and see what I can do to improve my game by using stuff that they do. And you know, they always give advice, the more experienced players, and just little comments that'll help you out, and just little tips and just experience really. You know, just being around it helps a lot. Play Jack, Gerrard, Scott Parker. Just in centre mid, I'd play 3 in midfield. In the wings, I'd have Theo, Ashley Young or Stuart Downing. Is that all right? Nice one. Cheers,